He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because, you know, I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is no. You know, it's crazy when you asking about that because you say, your Machado is coming out with other weight classes and that's it, and he's welterweight. So don't make sense. But if the fight makes sense, why not?
A lot of people have him at #1 pound for pound. You think that's fair to you?
You know, it's a few people there who deserve the #1 pound for pound, and it's fine.
Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're looking at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, this is the next thing beyond that.
An audacious and decisive action. For a possible mega fight between the two boxing champions, Canelo Alvarez has insisted that Terence Crawford sign a contract, a highly anticipated showdown that might unify the titles in numerous weight divisions is the subject of the heated exchange between the two fighters. Canelo, who is known for his aggressive style and unyielding confidence, has made it plain that he wants Crawford to right away, which has fueled rumors regarding the potential date and location of this clash of titans. The suspense in what may be one of the biggest boxing matches in recent memory is building, and both fans and commentators are anxiously expecting Crawford's response.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as #1.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
Canelo Alvarez is a well-known Mexican boxer who has won 4 weight classes and is currently the undisputed super middleweight champion. He is known for his incredible power, defensive skills, and versatility in the ring. He has defeated many of the biggest names in boxing, solidifying his reputation as one of the sport's greatest fighters. Superior combatants.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think he's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Known for his switch-hitting skills, ring IQ, and knockout power, Terence Crawford, a native of Omaha, Nebraska, is also a multi-division world champion, having won titles in the lightweight, light welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Crawford defeated Errol Spence Jr. to become the undisputed welterweight champion.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open.
However, Canelo Alvarez, who has a professional record of February 2nd, 62, is a formidable opponent in the super middleweight class. Canelo has demonstrated that he can do well in heavier weight classes, and his strength, agility, and experience make him a formidable foe.
When he fought Canelo, and he was standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, And Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
The substantial weight disparity is one of the main topics of discussion around this possible match. Crawford has recently fought at 147 and 154 pounds, while Canelo has been battling at 168 pounds. Canelo has voiced worries on the size gap, arguing that weight classes have a purpose and that it can be difficult to advance through several divisions.
Terence Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better, no? Terence Crawford is a great fighter, he's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah.
Similar opinions have been voiced by David Benavidez, who questioned if Crawford's strength would translate to higher weight classes, despite applauding his technique. Bennett's noted that Crawford would have to advance 2 weight classes in order to compete against Canelo, which he views as a major barrier.
I mean, I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Emphasizing the importance of adhering to weight classes. Although Benavidez has been a well-known figure in the 147-pound class and is regarded as a potential threat to Canelo, a fight between the two has not yet taken place. Benavidez gave Canelo the advantage in a potential fight, pointing out the difficulties of going up to face a battle-tested champion in a higher division.
I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented the 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a big check.
My last thing, Canelo, you just donated $70 million to build. You donated $70 million to build a center for kids with special needs in Mexico. Tell me about why did you do that?
Experienced former world champion Demetrius Andrade has offered his opinions on the possible matchup between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, offering a perceptive assessment that emphasizes the value of size and experience in the heavier weight classes. Many observers agree with Andrade's assessment, which acknowledges Crawford's exceptional skills while also highlighting the unique difficulties he would face up against a fighter of Canelo's caliber.
Crawford, like you're mentioning that you feel like Dave is just too big, too young, just too much overall. Like, is that kind of the same thing with the Crawford and Canelo because of the weight classes, the weight between them?
Yeah, I believe so. Listen, I love Crawford. He's a good friend. You know, we reach out to each other. We've been travel the world through the amateur program. He see me beat people up. I see him beat people up. He see me get beat up. I got beat up. We both, whatever.
Although Crawford's technique and skill are outstanding, it is unclear if his power and durability will translate well to super middleweight. However, moving up to the higher weight class to face Canelo would be a significant leap. The challenges of this transition include adjusting to the increased power and physicality of opponents in the higher weight division.
Look up the definition of boxing. Please look up the definition of boxing, the martial arts of boxing, and then come back with your opinion. Because boxing is not all about knocking somebody out. Yes, that's part of it. That can happen, but boxing is a sport where you can outpoint somebody too. That's why.
Despite the difficulties. In addition to his remarkable footwork and high ring IQ, which allow him to control the distance and dictate the pace, Crawford's versatility and adaptability could be crucial in the fight. His ability to switch stances and use both hands equally effectively adds an element of unpredictability that makes him difficult to counter.
This for all the nut huggers, the bud nut huggers, the bud butt buddies. You see that? You see that? We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess? Jamel Charlo with the WBC.
Canelo's strength and expertise in heavier weight classes are indisputable advantages. Canelo's skill set is further enhanced by his agility and ring mobility, which further establish his image as a versatile and well-rounded fighter. He is a difficult opponent due to his ability to endure strikes and unleash devastating counterpunches.
Crawford said he wanted to fight you.
Everybody
wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Now, I saw after the end of the Crawford fight, the how they call him, the Excellency. Yeah, Turkey. His Excellency. The Sheik said that he would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, thumbs down.
That'll work. Yeah, so if yeah, you're in. So
Crawford won the WBO interim super welterweight title after recently increasing his weight to 154 pounds. But it seemed that his power had diminished from 147 pounds.
If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168. Your weight, no.
With both fighters having sizable, devoted fan bases, a bout between Canelo and Crawford would surely be a huge financial spectacle that would garner international attention. Promoters and networks would have to work to negotiate advantageous terms for both parties, including purse distribution, venue selection, and broadcasting rights.
I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
Bud Crawford,
yeah,
just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out. And
although Canelo has previously voiced misgivings about fighting, Crawford, due to the weight difference and the possible lack of credit for defeating a lesser opponent, Crawford has confidently asserted that a fight with him would be a lucrative chance. He has stated that although he is amenable to talks, any possible conflict must be rational from a business and athletic standpoint. In your opinion, who would win a bout between Canelo and Crawford? Post your ideas in the comments section below.